But we begin with Trump working to make good on his promise of retribution. The president targeting law firms, law schools, universities, news organizations, and now even permanent residents. With protests taking place in New York today after Mahmoud Khalil, a Columbia University graduate who helped organize the school's pro-Palestinian protests last spring, was arrested on campus grounds by federal immigration agents. Just one day after the Trump administration said it was canceling $400 million in federal contracts and grants to Columbia, accusing university officials of not doing enough to prevent anti-Semitism on campus. Khalil's attorney told NBC News that ICE was informed that Khalil is a permanent resident with a green card, but detained him anyway. Khalil is now being held in immigration custody in Louisiana. What is most notable and most troubling about this development is the lack of due process. It is a chilling escalation in Trump's immigration policy that follows the Department of Homeland Security claiming, without evidence, that Khalil had led activities aligned to Hamas. Secretary of State Marco Rubio later adding that they'll be, quote, revoking the visas and or green cards of Hamas supporters in America so they can be deported. Trump today celebrating the development, writing, quote, we will find, apprehend, and deport these terrorist sympathizers from our country, never to return again. Short time ago, New York District Judge blocked the deportation of Mahmoud Khalil, ordering all parties appear for conference with the court on Wednesday. Still, that brazen disregard of civil liberties and the First Amendment from supposed free speech absolutists is prompting an outcry from legal organizations and activists taking notice of a pattern of the president shredding the First Amendment by targeting diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, media organizations whose language he dislikes, law firms that worked with his opposition, law schools, private colleges, and now permanent residents like the case of Mahmoud Khalil, who is married to a U.S. citizen who just happens to be 8 months pregnant. Joining us now, New York University law professor and MSNBC legal analyst Melissa Murray, and Murad Awadeh, president and CEO of the New York Immigration Coalition. What is he doing here?
Well, I think this is part and parcel to Donald Trump's immigration attacks. And what he's trying to instill is even more fear, more panic, more chaos in this moment to really push people further into the shadows and get people to quiet down because he doesn't like people speaking up against his horrific policies. And this is in alignment with his family separation policies, his mass deportation agenda. And Mahmoud Khalil, unfortunately, is part of, he's not the first to be disappeared, but this is part and parcel to what ICE does normally with people who have status and people who don't. So in this moment, it is incredibly troubling that we're seeing the erosion of due process as quickly as we are. And it really makes people wonder, are we still living in a country that is run on the rule of law and the U.S. Constitution? Are people still entitled to due process? Are people still entitled to civil liberties? I believe that we are a democracy and that we are.
Help me understand something. Does Marco Rubio have the power to revoke a person's green card or legal status?
So under the immigration laws, there are extreme circumstances where someone's status can be reconsidered if they are aligned with, for example, a terrorist organization or an organization that's been designated a terrorist organization. It is not the case here that Mr. Khalil, that there's any evidence that he is aligned with a terrorist organization or is part of a terrorist organization. So this sort of goes back to the question of due process. Like, yes, statuses can be revoked, but typically when that happens, there's an entire legal process that is followed. And what is surprising here, alarming even, is that this is essentially the kind of strongman move that you've seen in other places where democracy has literally crumbled, places like Pinochet's Chile and things of that nature. This is not typically what we see in the United States, even in circumstances where we've had individuals whose statuses have been reconsidered and revoked.
Murad, you had Tom Homan, Trump's border czar, on Fox earlier this morning. I want you to take a listen to what he said.
Can you deport a legal immigrant?
Absolutely we can. I mean, did he violate the terms of his visa? Did he violate the terms of his residency here? You know, committing crimes, attacking Israeli students, locking down buildings, destroying property. Absolutely. Any resident alien who commits a crime is eligible for deportation.
Okay. A lot of that not substantiated. Talk to me, though, about the precedent that this all sets.
Well, first and foremost, Mahmoud Khalil has not been charged or convicted with any crime. His only crime is being an anti-war protester on his college campus. And this is Tom Homan, again, talking out of both sides of his mouth, saying they're going after criminals, but then also 41% of the people they've detained have no criminal history. This is a white supremacist agenda that we're seeing play out in real time here in this country. And everyone should be concerned across the U.S. about what this means for them, because if they can snatch up and disappear a permanent resident in this country, that means that they can also do that to U.S. citizens. And that is something that every single person should be concerned about.
So you have sort of this attack on individuals, and then you have this attack on institutions, including the fact that you have Trump going after law firms that have done work for Democratic candidates. And there was some fear in the legal community that no one was going to come forth and want to actually work with, defend Perkins Coie, simply because the risk to reward ratio is off. There's new reporting today that Williams and Connolly has come forward. They're going to take this on. What does that tell you, though, about the moment we find ourselves in, that that's even a question?
This is an administration that is moving swiftly to shut down any form of dissent and to delegitimize any avenues for dissent. This is a standard strongman move. Universities are often places where critique, dissent is fomented. You shut down the universities. You make it harder for them to operate. This retaliatory effort against Columbia University is emblematic of that. You drive a wedge between the university populations, between the administration and the students. You shut down dissent in that way. You shut down dissents from law firms who might now be unwilling to uphold the rule of law by taking on clients who may be unpopular with this administration. You also then turn and begin critiquing, as this administration has already done, the courts, so that if there is an unfavorable ruling for this administration, the courts themselves are now sites of delegitimization. So this is all very, very standard. We're just seeing it happen at an alarming rate of speed. And you are exactly right. Every American should be troubled by this. This is not the sort of thing we typically see in the United States. If they can do this to a lawful permanent resident, they can do it to anyone, and they will.